It's a beautiful bacon day, Cookie Crusaders. Today I want to talk to you guys about the auto modes. Now, when I say this, I mean how and when to use auto battle in PVE modes. Because in player versus player, in Alliance, you do not have the options to turn off auto battle. It is on automatically and you can't micromanage the battles itself. So this is mainly going to be for player versus environment. Now, if you are a veteran player and you have enough power and enough toppings and treasure skills and everything upgraded to the point where you don't have any stages that are really challenging to you other than maybe episode 14, you may not have an instance where you have to take auto off, and that is fine. But to cover in a more in-depth section of story mode and dark mode where you will have to take auto off is what I'm going to show today. So I'm going to slow this down and I'm going to take auto off, even though I know I can do it without auto, and show you what the mindset is here. So here's a wave of creatures, and I know that I want to heal my people, so that's why I use Parfait and Cotton, but I want to use Eclair to hit the wave. I'm using Pure Vanilla to cast those shields on my team, and then I'm going to send out the Pom Pom from Pumpkin Pie to be the tank and the body in front of us. And this is going to take some practice. A lot of people play on auto because sometimes it's harder to manage this. But what's nice about this is that you can control when the skills happen. So maybe you don't want Pom Pom's thing to fire first. Maybe you want to depend on when it comes out. Maybe you want to line it up and wait until you've cast Eclair's weakness debuff first, so that way the most damage is happening. That's why you can take auto off in player versus environment, and that's how you can use it to your advantage. So for instance here, I'm going to cast the weakness debuff first, recast Pom Pom, get that blast, cast the damage of the sheep from Cotton, and then the healing from all the other sides, and then we will wait, cast another blast from Eclair. We'll go Cotton this time for some shields, and then Pom Pom to strengthen them and push it out. So there's many different ways you can micromanage it, of course. There's going to be different ways on different teams too. So for instance, maybe if you aren't running this team, and I'll show you a different one that you can use, maybe you are running some of the early cookies. Maybe you just started and you're not in dark mode, but you're in one of the story modes, and instead you're running a team that has, let's say you have chili pepper, because everyone gets chili pepper. So we'll grab chili pepper. And let's say you've also acquired mango cookie. And we'll give you a couple rares like custard and onion. And then we'll give you wizard cookie. So this is a likely team that you could start out with in the beginning points before you've unlocked too many epics. We're going to go ahead and give you scroll, because that is a treasure people do get in the beginning pretty easily. At least level 1, I should say. And we'll do horn and clock, because those are also treasures that you will likely get. Actually, we won't even do scroll. We'll take it further down. We'll go all the way down to, let's say, the Echo Song Hurricane. Let's say you've unlocked these treasures specifically. And we will adjust it from 10-1 to 7-14. We'll take it from here. Just because the power of our team still outclasses their power, so we shouldn't have too much troubles. At least for this example. So we're not on auto. Here I'm thinking onion takes a while to build the stacks for the most power. So I'm going to run mango, and I'm going to run some shields from custard, chili pepper for the back row, and wizard to send the one hit. I'm still waiting on onion cookie because I want to wait until the stack counter is absolutely full. That way the most damage comes from onion cookie as possible. So cookies like that you can't run on auto, because if you do, you will not get the full benefit of them. And there's very few cookies that are like that, but it is important to know that that is a possibility. And so notice how we still haven't used onion at all. We're waiting for the full stacks, which we are about to get to. Alright, so we're at a 10 stack max now. And as soon as we hit the next wave, we're going to hit it. And we're going to show you why the not auto option is going to be really great here. As long as this coin level does not take away our 10 stacks, because that would make me sad. Okay, great. It didn't. So here we go. Boom. Annihilated almost the entire wave with Onion Cookie's power there. And if we pause, we can actually see 165,000 damage. She didn't attack that entire time. She was just building up those stacks of the fear. We got the 10 stacks, eliminated the wave right away. And that's something we couldn't do on auto mode because we would not have control of that. If we put it on auto, as soon as the cooldown is ready for that cookie, it goes. So you don't have an option. Yet again, there are very few cookies that specifically work like that, but it's really just about managing your skills and being aware of what you can do and how you can place it. So for instance, I was activating Mango a lot first because Mango gives an attack buff. Custard specifically does shields to 2 people. Chili Pepper you can manually activate as they're about to attack, so that way you go behind enemy lines. She can no longer be targeted. Onion Cookie, we just wait for that stack to hit that max 10%, or not 10%, 10 stacks, and then we just unleash a fury of destruction, which I love about her. And you can increase that with attack speed, so you can make it so you don't have to wait the entire match for that to happen. But that's something I can cover in another video. But that's why the auto feature and the manual feature is there in PvE, because you can truly micromanage how you want the skills to play out. And the only other way to make that work on an auto feature is specifically getting very micromanaged cooldowns on all of your cookies and building teams around those cooldowns. Because if you don't, your auto is going to go from right to left as it cools down. So if Mango was the first, then Mango would go first. If Chili Pepper is the first in that skill in auto, it would be Chili Pepper, then Wizard, then Custard, back to Mango, and then Onion in auto. And so you don't have any control on that. It goes right to left. No control, no choices. If you don't want that to happen, take it off auto, and you can manage those skills. But if you do, I recommend slowing it down to a one-time speed, so that way you have the time to react and think about how you're playing out the moves. Unless you're specifically trained on your team and you know exactly how they need to play, I would still slow it down. If you guys have any comments or feedback about this type of playstyle, maybe you guys only play on auto, I'd love to hear it, and I'd love to hear why. But I'd love to hear anything you guys have of feedback, and thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.